Hello everyone, welcome to the channel 5am Networking. I hope all are doing well, staying safe. Today we'll be continuing the part 1 of our IDIS session. So in this session we will be discussing about different views of devices, connecting different devices, building a basic network diagram with IRIS, and how you can export the network diagram and how you can use the network diagram from IRIS as a Visio stencil. So that's what we're going to look into this session today. Let's quickly jump into the session. Okay, so let's first open the IRIS and let's open this session. So this is our previous session. You will be able to load the previous session just by opening the file. So this is where we left the part 1. Okay, so we'll pick it up from here. So when it comes to different views of devices, you will be able to compare the device views, or you will be able to see what you have added in that particular device with this particular view. So my favorite view for the device will be the chassis view. I will be able to see what I have added. I have added 2 SFPs, and this is how the switch looks like, and there is no redundant power supply, and you will be able to see if there is a console port or how this particular switch is designed by you in this particular software. So you will be able to go to core switch. You will be able to see you have added 2 slots, you have 1 management slot, and then you have 4 power supplies. So all these things can be checked with this particular view. Controller likewise, you have an option to add a redundant power supply, but I have not added it. I have added 2 SFPs and I have 4 Ethernet ports, and all these things can be verified just by looking into this particular chassis view. You will be able to talk between different views. You can just check the back view over here if you don't want the chassis view, and then you will be able to check a lot of things from the software. Let's go between different views now. So we have equipment list, where you can get all the list of equipments that you have, and then rack view. How does a switch look in a rack, and what is the size that takes in the rack? You will be able to see that. Port view, we will be getting to the port view shortly because that needs an explanation, and I will be explaining that in this session. Wireless views for heat maps. Again, I'm going to dedicate a separate session for the wireless view. Then comes the block view. That's your default view. Block view with power overlay is going to say that how much of power is that particular switch in need of, and how much is a deficit, and you will be able to get all those details from the power overlay. Going back to the block view now. So this is the equipment list, and let's start connecting devices. Okay, consider your customer needs a network diagram. Normally what we do, the legacy way, we go to Google, download stencils from the website. Searching the stencil is again a big task. So once you get the stencils, you will start adding the stencils in Visio. Then you start connecting the devices. You should be very precise when it comes to the port, and sometimes you would get the connectivity from the switch chassis itself, which your customer will not be happy about. So there are a lot of issues and lot of time consuming issues when it comes to creating a network diagram in the legacy way, or just downloading stencils and doing that stuff. All right, so let's do it in a very easy way. We have an option to do that. So just click on the switch, right click, connect. That's it. Or you have button that says connect tool, where you will get a tool which would bring up all the network devices, so you can start connecting the devices using the connect tool. Okay, so this is here, you can see the switch. That's because it's in the viewer. Just go to catalog, you will get this again. Okay, so let's start connecting. Connect. I'm connecting the SFP. You can see the 2 SFP ports here are blurred, right? That's because I have added 2 SFPs over here, and then when you right click and connect, it says you have two SFPs. Do you want to connect those two SFPs? No, I don't want to connect those two SFPs. Let me connect a separate port because this is just for the network diagram. So the third port goes to the first core switch on the first port. Okay, I choose none. Or if you have the part number of the SFP, you can just click on the part number and you will be able to connect that specific SFP as well. So just click on none and connect. That's it, connected. Now connect. We'll go connect the last port to the second core switch. Okay, connect, done. So one edge switch is connecting to two core switches. The same way, let's connect the other switch as well. This is just an example. You can also let the software decide the port. That's also possible. Okay, so connected again to connect, connected. Let's go to the third core switch, to the first core switch, connect, connected, and then comes the second core switch, connected. Okay, now just let's take this an example. You have three edge switches, so 3 to the first core switch and 3 to the second core switch. So that's done. Now you need to export this network diagram. So just go to File, Print, Block Diagram. You see here in this list, you can print a lot of details, including bill of material. You can download the wireless view where you will be able to see the heat maps. You can do a lot of things. So now let's just take the block diagram, print. Let's do the preview. Okay, so here we go. You have this. Just send it to your customer. That's possible. If you're not happy with this, you need more options, then just do a Control A, you select all, copy, go to Visio and paste it. That's all. I'm sorry, I don't have Visio with me in this particular PC, but if you have Visio, you will be able to just paste it, and all these devices, including the stencils, will be available on the Visio, and you can start building your better diagram from there if you want to. Or if your customer is happy with this network diagram, you can just move the switches. This is not the right way to build a network diagram. Your core switch should be on the top, and then you have to segregate your IDFs and then your access point on the bottom. So that's a different story. But you have this option if you want to build a network diagram and print it and export it and send it to your customer. That is possible with this particular software. So this is making pre-sales job easy, right? Or even the post-sales job easy, right? So you can start using the software IDIS. You can build a BOQ, you can segregate the IDFs, you can segregate the network devices in a BOQ, and then you can do a connectivity diagram. And my next session, I will be talking about wireless view or building a heat map with this particular software. That can also be done. Okay, so we'll close this session for now. Please stay tuned, because my next session will be about the things that we need to build a perfect wireless BOQ. What all things that are required to build a perfect wireless BOQ, a ClearPass BOQ, Airwave or monitoring sessions. So I will be going through each and every module or genre when it comes to building a BOQ with HPE or Aruba networks. So thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day. Happy networking.